Hello, my little Aquarius. I'm glad you're joining me. This is going to be your beginning of March, first half of March reading. And I just want to say while I shuffle a couple more times, I already started shuffling. I just want to say while I'm shuffling that this is a general reading. So there will be some messages for you, some messages for others. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest for them. All right. I hope you have had a great beginning of the year so far. Let's get started. In the bottom of the deck we have the Five of Rods. So there seems to be a little bit of conflict at the beginning of this month. The Five of Rods is going to be our overall energy for the month, and I see some conflict. There's, I see young and old. There might be some family conflict going on. Let's see what else we have for you. I hope you're not in the middle of this conflict. I think maybe it's just going on around you and you're like, just leave me the fuck alone. This card. So I have the Close, which is the Death card, in reverse. So, I'm thinking, I don't think something's coming to an end. I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. I think it's going to continue. And I think it's going to start, affecting your path. You just, you want to get the fuck out of there. Leave your drama and be done. But I see this drama kind of continuing. I don't see it ending. This Close. Ooh. Look what just popped out. The Magician. The Magician. So, I kind of think... Let me get another card to explain that one, because... Very interesting. I don't see the Magician card very often, to be honest with you. Not something that comes up for me in my personal readings for myself. But usually the Magician means, you're manifesting. You're doing something to, you're putting in the work, you're making your magic, you're manifesting. I just don't see how that's working out with this conflict. What does this Magician card have to do with the conflict going on? The Wheel of Fortune. So, all right. So the wheel is spinning. You're really trying to get away out of this. And I think, I just had another card pop out. This doesn't happen to me very often. So for two cards to pop out in the same reading, it's kind of unusual for me. This popped out. Two of Swords. So there's a struggle going on with your thought patterns. And we have a lot of major cards out here. We have the Magician, we have the Close or the Death card, and then we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is usually spinning. I see it in constant movement. So there's movement, but then there's this conflict of thought. So I think with your conflicting kind of surroundings, I would say, you have some conflict in your surroundings, and then now you're kind of like, which way do I go on, what do I do? Do I stay or do I leave? And I really don't think that this is a relationship issue. I really think it's just kind of in your surroundings. Maybe you're living with a group of people that they are fighting a lot and you just don't want to be around it anymore, and you're trying to manifest a way out of it. And it's just, I don't see it working. I think the wheels just keep spinning. The wheel just keeps spinning. Now, where it turns and where it ends up is going to be based on what you decide. You're trying to make a decision here. And let's see if we can get some more information on what those decisions are for, what your options that you're weighing. What are these options? What are these options? What decision are we trying to make? The Four of Cups, the Four of Cauldrons. Okay, so there's somebody. You're trying to pour that love. They're taking it. They don't seem happy about it. They don't feel like it's good enough, but you just keep pouring. So I think there's a love possibly aspect to this decision. Let me see what the other decision could be. What's the other path? I'm trying to pull 2 cards for you. The Lovers. Okay. So, a lot of love here. So, it's love or love. So, maybe it's romantic partner versus family. I think maybe there's so much conflict going on around you that, you know, you're trying to be the source of the love because there's so much conflict and you just want everyone to get along. So you're trying to pour from your cup until it gets depleted. And at this point, you know, you're trying to manifest, you're trying to make it better for everyone. You're trying to get this close to come. You want that close because you want to shift, you want the change. And, you know, your other option is the Lovers. You just follow your heart, go on your own and make your own path and just leave all the conflict behind and maybe just, you know, look for someone that's going to make you happy. So I think maybe there's a little bit of a decision to be made. Head versus heart, not really. Heart versus heart, family versus romance. You know, like, do you take care of everyone that's been kind of ignoring your efforts, or do you like go find somebody for you that's going to make you happy? I think that's going to be what's going on with you this month. I mean, it's a tough place to be in. Been there. I don't know a whole lot of people who haven't been there, but I kind of feel like that's what's going on. You know, you've got some conflict around you, and then you're going to have some internal conflict. A lot of conflict. I'm sorry. You're having a rough month. I mean, we have some good cards, and there are a lot of majors in your reading, so there is some major spiritual growth going on. I just dropped 2 cards, and I needed 2 cards. So we're going to take these 2. We have the Knight of Rods and the 5 of Cauldrons. Look at this. I just don't know what to tell you to make you feel better. I hope that the second half of your month gets better, because this first half, it looks rough, and I'm really sorry. So we have the Knight of Rods. So we have some movement creatively. I mean, he looks kind of scared, but, you know, sometimes movement is scary. Sometimes, you know, trying to make a shift has been rough, and it's kind of scary to go out and do your own thing. And I kind of think, here we go. Like, it literally, the 2 cards that popped out were the 2 options again. And I think this is kind of like an outcome issue. So you can either go out on your own, start your own shit, get your own thing going. And, you know, this has to do with creativity. This has to do with some, you know, oh my goodness. It's just an energy of, you know, doing something, some type of motivation. You know, it's you're doing something new. You're feeling motivated to do something new. There's definitely movement. The knights are, you know, they come in, they swoop in, and they rescue. So the knight, he fights battles, and there's, you know, you've been fighting this battle, and I think this time you're gonna find something creatively to work on. Then the other card that fell out was the 5 of Cauldrons, the 5 of Cups. You're just not having it. You just, you know, I think this means to me that, you know, the advice here would be to let go of whoever is not feeling your love, you know, like you're pouring it to them and they're just like, meh. I mean, thanks, I guess. I mean, that's kind of the attitude they're having, and I think that this means you need to let that go. You need to let go of whoever or whatever it is that's not reciprocating. You're not being reciprocated to here. And I think that the focus here, and you know, with these two advice cards, to me, these came out as advice cards. These two advice cards, do your own thing and let go of the shit that's not happening for you. You're having trouble releasing this conflict. You know, it's something that you care about these people, but you're kind of gonna you're gonna deplete yourself in trying to help them. And I think that you need to really let them go. I mean, if it feels to me like it's your family, it feels to me like it's not you know your spouse and your children kind of family. I feel like maybe it's parents or siblings or cousins or, you know, something in that area. It feels like those people are having issues with each other and you're not really involved in it, but you're trying to make it better and you're trying to make this person see this person's point of view and you're trying to help out, but they're just like, they're so wrapped up in their shit that they don't really care what you have to say. You're not being acknowledged. And I think with the advice that is coming to me is saying to let go of that. It's been a rough time. It's going to continue to be a little bit rough, but I think if you focus on moving forward with something creative, something that motivates you, lights a fire under your ass, something that makes you feel good about you, and just let that go. I think this Lovers card that we have here, this Lovers card is more of a maybe focus on yourself. If love shows up, great, but don't go looking for it. I think really the advice there is to do your own thing, make yourself happy, and find something that motivates you. So, this world card, this Wheel of Fortune could always turn in your favor. It can always turn against you. It's always spinning, and which direction it spins, which area it lands on, that depends on how you handle situations. Because, you know, a lot of times, most of life is, you know, we're thrown some shit, but the biggest part of life and what determines the outcome is how you deal with it. And the advice I'm getting from the cards today is to do your own thing and to let go and release. Let go and release where you're not getting acknowledged. So I hope this resonated, and I hope your month gets better. I will see you in 2 weeks, and we'll see what the cards have to say then. Thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day.